Hey guys, and welcome back to Dark Souls 3. So last time we left off, we had gotten into the Road of Sacrifices proper. Although we do have a little bit left of the Undead Settlement to finish off. So that is what it is. I'm going to do a little bit of testing here with the Irithyll Straight Sword and see how it compares between the different swords we have available. There is also the options potentially like the red hilted halberd here. I really do like this. It has the spin to win. Poking is an effective tool, although I'm generally definitely more interested in weapons such as Lucerne when it comes to halberd movesets. I like the downward thrusting set. I wish there was a weapon where, like, for example, one-handed, maybe it'll have this moveset, whereas two-handed it'll have a thrust. But nothing on this thing has a thrust. There's no backstep, there's no, like nothing with this weapon has thrust to it. So that kind of sucks. Although, I do believe, actually it does thrust on all attacks because it's the Lucerne, of course. But the reasoning to choose the red hilt, of course, is because it has the ubiquitous perseverance skill that just makes, especially with a long-range weapon, can be quite useful to just kind of bang and then get in those shots on someone. Or to do a spin to win, come in and then spin to win and you're not getting broken out of that regardless. You might even be able to charge up two of them. Or you may even be able to persevere and then go into a charged spin to win, and if you're confident in your ability to pull it off. That's definitely a great weapon choice that we can consider moving into. I'm debating here whether or not the physical reduction or stability is better between the two. So War God versus Silver Eagle Kite. That's another choice that we'll have to consider. Anyway, I'm going to rock with the Irithyll Straight Sword for the moment. And then I want to go around and finish up Siegvert's questline stuff here real quick so I can get the rest of the mirror set and such, and then I'm gonna move on to the Road of Sacrifices proper. Oh, and actually I didn't even consider that. I also do have the Sorcerer's Staff. So I could, for example, do that. So what are we working with here? 223. It's not showing up on my screen here. 148 to 223. So what is that? $75? Am I counting that wrong? 58, 148. 58, 68, 70, 88, 98, 08, 18. Yes, 75 damage. So technically a Pine Resin, I believe, gives 85, so Pine Resin would actually be a superior choice at this point. Let's see how it does with this one. 230. And of course, special weapons aren't going to be able to benefit from that. But anyway, still worth a try to consider it. Let's see how the frostbite effect works. I don't recall too much about how good frostbite is in this game. I do remember some people making some pretty good use of it, but I don't know if it's... I think it was mostly PvP that people were saying, is it viable or is it not? So that's not something that's really our concern too much unless we start going into some fights. It looks like we are still embered up. Yep, 993 HP. And of course, our good old friend there is stuck in quite a pickle again, indeed. We'll have to go down and show him the way of the devil.
Who are you? I help anytime. I help anytime.
That was surprisingly easy. Yeah, I love this tower. This tower is like the equivalent of... Well, I suppose it's more so the equivalent of... I was going to say Liurnia, but when you first pop up in Liurnia, it kind of reminds me more so of when you're just dropped off at the very start of the Undead Settlement. But here you can see all the areas much better. Cathedral of the Deep reminds me of a weird cross between like Carian Manor and like Raya Lucaria-ish. But it's kind of its own little thing. But it's there, and it's in full display. Let's see here. I don't even have my binoculars yet still. I completely forgot where to grab them from. Anyway, yeah, I can see the path that leads up to it, as well as the full cathedral. I can see the rest of the Undead Settlement underneath. This is the section where the... Yeah, there it is, the giant fire Tauros demon look-alike thing. Is that... And that is the arena where the Curse Rod of Greatwood is. I feel like that was like a great tragedy. When I first came up here and saw this area, I hadn't been to the Curse Rod of Greatwood's arena, so I saw it and I was thinking, that must be the Cathedral of the Deep. That's the cathedral. And I thought this was some kind of castle or something of other sorts. I didn't think a cathedral would be that massive. Unfortunately, it turns out that no, that was just a tiny little area and there's nothing really there. And then the Road of Sacrifices and Farron Keep are kind of very disappointing, I guess you would say, more so. All you see is just the little wayside there, and then you see the a few of those along the way, and then you see the 3 fire scones that are put out there, of course. Then the rest of the Undead Settlement and Lothric Castle. It's very impressive, but at the same time, Elden Ring kind of spoils me on it, so... Ah, there it is. That's what I was looking for. That's the impressive part, is that not only can you see these, but you can actually see a little bit further on to what I believe here is Anorlando. That's Irithyll and Anorlando over there. I still don't see it, but I believe there's also Archdragon Peak being visible from some portion of this area. I know it was from somewhere up on the high wall or the fire link area, but maybe not from here. Anyway, enough of that. Okay, I went down too far. I gotta be on the lookout for where the drop-off is. It must be this way then? Because I'm not seeing it. There it is. Let me make sure there's nothing I'm missing here. Nope. Nope. Alright. What do you have to say, good sir?
Oh, don't disappear like that. You had me downright worried. But thanks to you, an epiphany has struck me square in the head. I've unraveled the riddle of this inscrutable lift.
Before I talk to him again, I'm gonna activate excuse me, my Lothric sword. That extra damage. You know what? I think I'm gonna run for the Astora straight sword here because I think that's the better option. Raw damage is gonna be my friend here. I'm not gonna really need range so much. I'm just gonna go for magic weapon.
On some days I begin to doubt myself. I went up the tower, so I thought, then somehow ended up here. I'm not exactly sure what happened. Anyhow, do you see that? That humongous beast? I'm no coward and I've a steady hand, but that thing makes my skin crawl. How now? Think twice before you go down that road.
No, no.
I could try talking some sense into him. No, I think not. He's far too overheated.
But
I've got to use my head and think. I could try talking some...
well, if he wasn't a fire demon, I could just stand back and just chuck fireballs at him. I mean, that would be sufficiently stupid, but you never know.
No! You should have waited! Well, it's too late now. Eyes...
Whoa! Dunk. All right. Did I lose my stream here? What is going on? No. Oh, there it is. Fire gem. I almost had myself in quite a pickle. Isn't that right, old bud?
That was quite a performance.
Thank you very much.
Mustn't get in over your head. We unkindled must put our duties first. But, for the moment, we've a toast to make.
Making toast. Butter and toast.
to your valor,
Ziegbrow.
my sword, and our victory together.
I'm assuming that's supposed to be Ziegbrew, more so.
Long may the sun shine.
Do I even have that one yet? Well, I've got... Here, let's just do this one then.
Well, I'm going to have myself a little nap. The only thing to do, really, after a nice toast.
Indeed. The only thing to do. Have a well-deserved rest, old bud. It's almost like I know him from somewhere. But nah, it couldn't be, right? Miyazaki would never. So what is that? Am I hallucinating, or is this the area where the cage guy's at, and then you knock that thing off the ledge? I'm almost certain that's it. I know for a fact that I grabbed that. Yeah, that's gotta be it, right? That's where that sure looks like it. I'll have to go back and check again, but I'm almost certain that's what that is. Uh-oh. I know the northern armor should be around here somewhere, so I gotta figure out... and that's probably it right there, too. I need to be able to knock it down from down here. Don't have any... I do have a crossbow. Or a bow, actually. Would be more effective. Perfect. This is one of my favorite early game armor sets. I love it to death. Speaking of like traditional like Corinthian style helmets, this kind of fits that bill. Iron helm of a stalwart northern warrior, engraved with an ornate pattern. Iron defensive wear grants superior stability. Being from the north, it should also offer resistance to the cold. Those darn Norse and their cold resistance. Here is our pretty princess outfit, but that's not quite what I'm looking for at the moment. There we go. Not a bad set, especially with the War God shield and an axe. You know, like for example, deep battle axe +1. Toss that thing on with the War God shield, and then the Northerns really sticks out. What are we working with here? 17 poise. Not as much as the chain set. But it does appear to be a fair bit lighter. What am I at? 70. Ooh, I'm at 74% though. Darn it, that sucks. Okay. The axe just really throws everything together, you know. The axe is just the piece de resistance to this whole set. So I feel like it doesn't work without it. Well, I mean, push come to shove, I can just, all I need the staff for is to use magic weapon. And if I'm not, you know, and I can't do that on this weapon anyway, because it's already effectively buffed. So I can just run without it. However, there are other options like the mace. And honestly, the mace is kind of a good idea in this particular spot. Strange. That thing really weighs a lot. That doesn't look too bad. We can run with that for now. I was kind of hoping the axe, you know, would give it that extra fearsome look, but... Oh, hello. Four. Oh, they weigh the same. Huh. Pyromancers. Clerics. It does look a little better. Let's try this for now. I don't think it's going to make much difference, but... I almost can guarantee those things fall down. Since I'm not using fire spells right now, I had better change that out. Sitting there smoking some tree. This is what happens when you inject one whole pus of man. It ruins your life forever, folks. Don't do Abyss. Don't do the Abyss, man. The Abyss does you. Oh, yikes. I am not screwing around with those guys. The evangelists are just... Their AI is just bizarre. That you'll think you're just right about to just trounce them, and then they'll throw you into a corner, so I'm not messing with that crap. And it looks like I definitely should have had these guys drop down on me, because the ones that have color left in their limbs are the ones that are still able to move. So that's a lucky turn of fate, I suppose you could say. And then there's our ticket out of here. But first, let me grab this. Flynn's ring. Effectively useless, as far as I understand. Yeah, it's not giving me anything. Lowering equip load increases attack. Ring of Flynn, the eulogized thief. Lowering equip load increases attack power. Flynn fought with the wind on his side and was a hero among the weak and the poor. Yet even his admirers knew that it was little more than an idyllic fable. So as little effect as Blue Tear Stone has, it's definitely going to be better than Flynn's ring when I'm like, right on the cusp of running out of equip load. I think I've gotten everything that I can from this area. I don't think there's anything of any import anyway, so I can always come back, I guess, but of course one would rather not visit these areas again if it wasn't necessary. Homeward Bone, that's what I was thinking of. I knew there was a Homeward Bone in here somewhere. I think the developers kind of felt that this was close enough, because pretty much every point in previous playthroughs that I've gotten to here, even when I'm pretty well versed in the game, I'm almost always out of Estus. I'm like maybe one flask, usually 0 flasks. Like I think there's been 2 or 3 times in a row on past playthroughs that I've abandoned halfway through the game, that I'll always have no flasks left in like half health, and then dropping down from the balcony up there will drop me down to like, you know, 250 HP. I've even had one instance when I dropped down and I had literally 1 HP left. I was, you know, the most lucky coincidence ever. Dear Lord, I was running for dear life, you know? Anyway, as much as I like the Northern Armor, the mirror armor is just going to go straight on over the top of that. The poise does suck that I'm going to lose a lot of poise, but I just love this set. Funnily enough, the Northern Helm actually does look really good with the mirror set, although the etchings are of different coloration as well, but still, it's a nice combination. So yeah, there we go. What are we looking at now here? A total of 7.05 poise. Yikes, that really isn't that much, honestly, now that I think about it. Chainmail will give us 7.3. That's really not much better. The Northern Helm is 9. I wonder if I could... That doesn't really look very good. So let's rock the Northern there. How about Lothar Knight? I hate when there's a disconnect there. Like my Fashion Souls just implores me. The power of fashion compels thee. You know, it's like just an exorcism thing. Oh, I got my volume there. Hold on. Well, I got it up to 7.5. That's something. It's definitely something. What can you do? The Fashion Souls is strong with this one. And I believe there is one other item over here, right? I think it's over here. Something like a bone shard or something. Or maybe it's my imagination. Time for mimic. I know there's no hidden walls here. There's no way. There has to be one more item. There just has to be. I swear there was. Huh. Okay, never mind then. I'm just full of malarkey on that one. Oh, and Flynn's Wing actually could give me some benefit at this point, too. How much? 1 point. Yeah, it's fine. I'll take the Pyromancy boost. Lucatil's namesake is Swordcraft, so... Whoa! No, 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 no. Woo! That was a close one there. I gotta get used to those pokes. Spiked mace. That's a rare one. It's not a drop I was expecting. Okay, the Greatwood is obviously pointless at this point. Can I even drop down here? I don't want to test it, to be honest. Somebody, yeah, I got enough. I'll just use a homeward bone, why not? Okay. Sorry for the little detour, guys.
Try this for now.
Oh. What's going on with my screen here?
That's something.
I have a blackout on my screen for some reason. Hold on a second, let me check this out.
What can you do? The Fashion Souls is strong with it.
That's strange. So what is giving me this error then? I'm just getting a static image here of me over the top of the Northern Gloves just plastered all over my stream for some reason. That is very strange. Let's see here. Stream is healthy, it claims, but that's impossible for the stream to be healthy. I have nothing on screen except for just a frozen image. Use a stream bitrate. Okay, so maybe that's the problem then. I don't believe I had OBS set with a bad bitrate. Let's see if that might fix something. I'm doubting it. Let me see if I can quit out of the game and then quit back, bring back. Maybe that'll fix it. I seem to just be encountering an abnormally large amount of just ridiculous stream errors and such. Audio, video, you name it, you know, like just connection problems, streaming errors, problems, you know, whatever. It just audio, video, you name it. Yeah, see, it's still doing it. I'm not sure what the heck the problem is. I'm gonna have to stop this stream and then restart it, see if I can get a better connection. So I apologize for that, guys. I'm not too sure what else to do with this situation.